Okay, just a quick recap. Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. I hope everyone is back, right? Just a quick recap. Today we have been discussing regarding millennial development goals and various kind of anthropologic activities, and we had now discussing on various pollution, right? So we have discussed on majority of biotic, abiotic factors, right? And we have talked upon in biotic we will be focusing on producers, consumers, and decomposers. Post to it, we had discussed the concept of sustainability, right? And why do we need sustainability? Majority of three figures: scarcity, climate change, and overexploitation. And then we had talked upon millennial development goals, which are 8 goals developed by 191 union states in 2015. These are the 8 goals. And then we have moved ahead with sustainable development goals from 2015 to 2030, which we are focusing on eradicating the poverty, right? And then we were talking upon the basic differentiation, how we can try to understand the basic differentiation with the two things. And then we had started with the concept of pollution, right, wherein we are talking about any mixture of harmful substances. Here we would be uh, somewhere or the other when we are talking about the various state, that is the solid, liquid, or gas state, or when we are talking about any form of energy, that is light, heat, and sound, and radioactivity. And then we had talked upon the two concept, which are particularly the pollution, right, when we are talking about this undesirable change which is there in the physical, chemical, and biological characteristics. And then when we are talking about pollutants, right, that is solid, liquid, gas in any kind of the formation which is changing, right? So we just focused on biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and air pollution. Let's move on to the next one, which we are talking as water pollution. Now, water pollution, what we'll understand, what's the basic meaning of water pollution? Anyone? Water pollution, what will it mean?
Some
Yes.
pollutant added to the pure water, madam.
Any kind of pollutants, any kind of substances which are being, now again, as we have just seen here, harmful substances, right, which is being mixed with the water and they are contaminating it. They are trying to degrade the quality in such manner, we will talk it as water pollution, right? Now this water pollution can be say for example by any kind of organic waste, or it can be in terms of any kind of biochemical waste. And as and when it is being dissolved in water, somewhere or the other, uh, the quality of the oxygen which is there, right, that degrades. So here, which you can see through the pictorial representation, we have natural pollutants, right? We have rural homes, forestry, and city streets. Somewhere or the other, we have a suburban development also, animal uh, waste, we have cropland. So, and this is the continuous water flow, right? There is on point sources, n number of sources, which is somewhere or the other harming our water resources, water bodies, right? So here it says any kind of addition of certain substances of water, organic, inorganic, biological, radiological heat, which degrades the quality of water and it becomes unfit for a normal person to use it, then we call it water pollution, right? And this particular process of decomposing the organic matter present in water by microorganism reaching oxygen, we call it putrescibility, right. And again, the various kind of health problem which we can say because of water can be diarrhea, vomiting, typhoid, hepatitis, skin diseases, nerve disorder, kidney damage, hepatitis can be there. Now again, these type of particular question, which type of disease, how it will be affecting it, it may come in match the following, right? Say for example, water pollution, air pollution, what leads to that? Now again, if they're giving diarrhea is caused by water pollution, air pollution, thermal pollution, anything, so you, there might be a kind of a match the following also, so you have to match it. So just know the basic whatever are the diseases which are being done, which are being caused by water pollution, right? Similarly, we call this disease called minimata, right? This is again a question, lot many times it has been asked in previous year also, which is again being used because of much use mercury contaminated in Minamata Bay. So Minamata disease is again which you will be uh, moving in a bracket of water pollution only, right? Right. I guess basic in water pollution is this. Next, when we are talking upon noise pollution, now noise pollution again, any kind of unwanted or harmful sounds that disrupts the nature balance and adversely affect the human health, right? Animal life, environment. So this can be typically be understood by the various kind of activities when we are talking about transportation, where transportation, industrial operations, construction work, loudspeaker, and any other urban development, right? Now, again, when we are trying to categorize this, say, for example, transportation, so there can be roads, traffic, anything, industrial, various kinds of industrial machines, making a lot of noise that can lead to noise pollution. Construction, now, when we are talking about any kind of installation of heavy equipment, we are talking about drilling, we are talking about scrapping, right? So that can again be the reason for the same thing. Public event, again, when we say basic usage after 10:30, you cannot be using loudspeaker as such, so that can be the reason. Household community, when we are talking about loud TV parties, right, using of various kind of electronic items can lead to noise pollution, right? Now again, now noise, whenever we are talking about sound, we will always measure that in decibels, right? So an increase of amount of 10 decibel is approximately double the increase of loudness. So there can be hearing problem also when we are talking, if you are being exposed to 75 decibel and above for a prolonged period of time, it may even affect a person's hearing problem, right? So here when the WHO recommends that the sound level indoors should be less than 30 decibel. Now again, please mark this as fact, and you have to remember this particular 30 decibel. Noise is measured in terms of decibel, and here prescribed noise level outside, when we say this, 45 decibel by day to 35 decibel by night. Anything beyond that would be catered into noise pollution. Right now, here noise pollution is commonly generated in many industrial facilities and some other workplace also. Here we will highlight the highways, railways, airplanes, right? Outdoor construction, this constant drilling being done, so that may lead to noise pollution. So many times, here in residential area also you would have, after a certain period of time, they ask you to stop using any kind of construction work can be done, again, especially during night, right? Various kinds of sources for noise pollution can be the burners, the traffic management, brake blocks, building insulation, electric cars, sound tape, uh, changing the driving style. Again, you can see, late night maybe driving in a very loud sound, right? That can be the various kind of air pollutants, right? Various factors that are being leading to the noise pollution, right? Now, the various impact of noise pollution can be hypertension, right? Again, your blood pressure, the blood levels would be increasing. Now, here they are said, so for a individual level, 140 decibel for adult and 120 decibel for children. So anything which has been increasing beyond that, it may lead to hypertension. Similarly, if there is a constant, the speaker is being pain, it may lead to your sleep disturbances, it may lead to constant, child may have the effect of hearing. Similarly, they talk about your, even, you should not use prolonged hours your very own earphones also, it may even damage your ear, right? Similarly, we may have issues such as cardiovascular dysfunctions again. So that is why, elevated blood pressure again may lead to that. Hypertension we just discussed, and various kind of sleep disturbances, right? So that is basic noise pollution. Just remember, we are talking in decibels, and the various preferable 45 decibel per day by WHO for an adult, and 35 decibel per night. Okay. Next topic, which we'll quickly go through, is regarding the waste, right? Here we will be talking upon e-waste, and we will be also talking upon the solid waste. Now, what do you mean in a very general sense? What do we mean by waste? And when we use this term called electronic waste, what does that mean? Anyone? E-waste. Let's talk about e-waste. What is e-waste?
We can recycle it.
Okay.
It's electronic items such as computers,
Mm-hmm.
batteries.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Electronic waste, we have our mobile phones. Now currently, when we are even talking upon EV vehicles as an uh, eco-friendly option, but somewhere or the other the battery is not 100%, we cannot recycle it as such, right? When we just saw biodegradable and non-biodegradable part, right? So e-waste again is not hazardous, but again, if we are storing it in a safe place and we are using it a very scientific way of recycling it, again, it may be good also. But whenever we are saying upon e-waste which are not recycled properly, and there is no primitive actions which are being taken with respect to it, it may be very much harmful. So when we are talking upon India as a developing nation, there are top cities such as, when we are talking about Mumbai, and when we are talking upon Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata, even Ahmedabad, these are the top cities which are generating the maximum amount of e-waste in India, right? So uh, when we are talking upon e-waste, right, electronic waste we just said, and then we have a solid waste. Now solid waste again are any kind of waste. Whenever we are saying abandoned or considered waste, it can be in terms of irrigation, industrial charges which are there, right? Somewhere or the other, again, it is affecting our environment, right? So it does not include solid or dissolved materials in domestic sewage, but solid or dissolved human and wildlife materials also. Now here they have given example for burning of plastic, especially when we are talking about PVC releases, right? Currently you see a lot of interior work is also done with PVC as a kind of a plastic material, right? So that may be causing much more of solid waste in the environment, right? So this is again a classification of waste. Now, waste again, we divide it into urban waste, again, solid, liquid. We have industrial waste, which we try to segregate between hazardous, non-hazardous, liquid industrial waste is there. We have biochemical and we have e-waste, right? Then again, when we are talking about municipal solid waste, which is there again, which they are taking away from your home, the basic garbage, how they are decomposing it, how they are making sure that it is being recycled. Then we have construction and demolition, that is demolition, that is also there. Liquid mein, when we are talking about a basic sewage is there, sludge is there. So how these are the various kinds of, when we are talking about waste, and how we will make sure that it does not has any kind of hazardous substance in that, right? Now hazardous substance, when we are focusing on industrial, say for example, it can be any kind of chemical, right? Or you would have heard flammable kind of explosives are there, so which are having a very good chance of likely chance of harming the health and the environment as a whole, right? So what will come in municipal solid waste? Anyone? Municipal solid waste. In urban solid, we have this option, municipal solid waste. What will come in that? We just discussed.
Kitchen waste.
Kitchen
Dry waste
waste.
and wet
Yes.
waste.
Sorry? Sorry, ma'am, I could not hear you. Can you repeat, please?
Dry waste and wet waste.
Okay. Anyone else? Municipal solid waste? Kitchen waste, as ma'am said, so any kind of household waste which we are having, even it can be, our Amazon and Myntra cartons which are coming delivery each day, and then we are throwing it off. So that will come into municipal waste. Any kind of household, any kind of construction, even whenever we are breaking down our house, the various kinds of debris which are being left, so that will also come, right? Any kind of sanitation, that is residue which is there in the
Ma'am, you are not audible.
hazardous, again, somewhere or the other, we are trying to say that it has a very adverse effect to that of environment, right? See, here we are trying to segregate all this solid. When we are talking upon municipal solid waste, we are focusing more on household, office, schools, commercial establishments mein jo bhi waste aa raha hai, that one. Industrial, here we are focusing more on manufacturing. Hazardous, hospital mein, again, there can be medicinal waste which is there, which again needs to be recycled or decomposed in a proper practical and scientific method. Laboratory say the waste is coming, right? Biomedical, again, hospital, clinic, diagnostic centers. Electronic waste, as we just discussed, our mobile phones are there, right? Agricultural waste, farms, plants, agro industries. Again, the residue solid waste of them, again, it may be mostly we will be able to recycle them, right? Construction, as we just discussed, any kind of debris, demolitions, renovation, that waste. Again, mining waste, all right? Plastic, home, shops, packaging industry. Currently, all these Zomato and Swiggy parcel, we get all these in plastic containers. So that will again be catering to plastic. And then we have radioactive waste, especially when we are talking about nuclear plants. Currently, it is too much into news, right? And hospital radiotherapy labs. So in waste, majority it would be categorized into it. Now please remember what kind and what is the source, and few of the examples for you, to easy for you to recall these kinds of waste. Okay. Then we have is waste minimization centers. Now somewhere or the other, the Ministry of Environment and Forest try to minimize these kinds of industrial plants, right, at the World Bank level. And here any kind of assistance is being given by National Productivity Council, NPC, New Delhi, right? Now here they focus to educate people about environmental risk, economic and health dangers of reduced degradation, and the real economic cost of natural resources. So all these kinds of waste management, how we need to decompose, as we are focusing on eco-friendly, which are recycled in nature, wet waste, dry waste. They're trying to make sure that as an audience, how we are making sure that we can segregate, so it becomes easier for government also to recycle it, right? So this entire process is known as waste minimization cycle. I hope it is clear, everyone. Yes. Shall we see some
Yes,
questions?
ma'am.
Okay. I hope it is easy language you're able to understand. Okay, let's see a few of the questions which will be easy for us to understand. Okay, we will start with this first question. Please take your time, but try to answer it correctly. Frequent episodes of dense smog in winter season in National Capital Region NCR, right? Delhi NCR, which we talk, can be contributed to stubble burning, biomass burning in rural household, transport, transboundary movement of pollutants. Choose the correct code from the code given below. I repeat, they are focusing on smog. We just discussed smog. Now, how this particular thing has been coming? Subtle, stubble burning, biomass burning in rural household, transport, and transboundary movement of pollutants. How do you think? Which one will be the right answer? Take your time and then answer. Anyone? What are the various causes of smog? How does smog has been created? We just studied. Anyone would like to give it a try? Anyone?
All of the options are correct.
Okay. Yeah, that is right. What do you understand? How do you all approach the question? Anyone can answer. Anyone? Whenever a question is being given, how do we approach the question?
Elimination round and finding the closest option first.
Okay, perfect. See, what is my simple suggestion to all of you, if you feel right, is whenever you're reading question, again, whenever we are sitting in any competitive exam, it's you, it's me, we do panic. It's human nature. We have sweaty palms. It's human nature. What happens if I try to read? Now, this is a if it may take more than 15 seconds for me to read this question. Frequent episodes of dense smog in winter season in national capital region can be attributed to. And this has approximately taken more than 7 to 8 seconds to read that. Please do that. At least read the question twice, right? It may happen in first time when I'm in a very hurry to complete the paper, right? To complete the paper, mark the answers, but my main focus should answer maximum questions correctly. So please read the question twice, right? I'm not asking you to read the option twice. I'm asking you to read the question twice. So first time I've read frequent episodes of dense smog in winter season in national capital region can be attributed to. Again, I'm reading frequent episodes of dense smog in winter season in national capital region can be attributed to. The second time, whenever I'm reading the question, my speed becomes much more faster because I'm well aware, because I've already read this font. Now, this gives me a very lower chance of missing any important word. Now, here my mind is already focused. Okay, this question is regarding smog and they are focusing on NCR. Now, here I have 4 questions. First is stubble burning. Next is biomass burning, transport, and transboundary movement of pollutants. Now, which option, it's an open question to everyone, which options are you very sure of? Forget about the options here, which is given in 1, 2, 3, 4. आपके पास जो 4 alternative है, the 4 options which you are having, which option do you think is more likely to be 100% right? Anyone?
Transport and stable burning.
Uh, Transport and
Stubborn burning.
stubble burning. Okay. To the people who may be unaware about stubble burning, here we are talking upon whatever are the crop residue, whichever we burn, that is known as stubble burning. Okay. One thing I am very sure is transport. Transport se to definitely there is a pollution, a smog happening. I'll check in my option 3. 3, okay, it is already there in 4 option, right? So here I cannot go with elimination round. Second is stubble burning. Stubble burning is any crop residue burning. Okay, I'm really sure about it. Now again, you can see 1 and 3 is already there. Next, do you think biomass burning in rural household, we just studied rural household somewhere or the other, lead to the smog or the pollution being happening? So my second option is also right. And last, if I'm saying boundary moment of pollution, so yes, definitely NCR and nearby area mein jo bhi whatever is the pollution happening, they may directly or indirectly lead to the pollution. So here, even if I'm going with the best option, right? Okay, transport is I'm very sure of. Stubble burning, somewhere or the other. Okay, these 3 are definitely the answer. Now, again, the question goes is either it is second or fourth option, or it is all of the above. Now, second and fourth, again, I'm somewhere or the other 100%, 90% really sure of it. So I will land up to my answer, which is all of the above. Are you able to get it, everyone, what I'm trying to say? How
Yes,
will you
ma'am.
approach the question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Household waste, sanitation residue, waste from seeds, streets, construction and demolition debris. Choose the correct answer from the code. I will again read the question. Municipal solid waste. Now, according to you, what will be the right answer? Let's see the right answer first, and then we will see how we have reached here. Municipal solid waste. We just now discussed upon this. What will be the right answer? Just give it a try. It's fine. We all are here to learn. There's nothing wrong in a right and wrong answer. There's no points being given. No worries. Take your time and whatever is you think is the right answer.
First option.
First option. Okay. Anyone else has any other answer? I'll request you to please unmute and say, because it will be difficult for me to click this.
From
screen.
street.
Sorry. First we have as an answer. Any other answer? Third.
Third.
An answer. Okay. One, three, and fourth. Okay. Fourth will be the answer. Anyone would like to say second? I will say second. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything. Okay. Which is the common one, which you are very sure is the right answer? Option. I'm not asking about the answer. I'm saying option. 1, 2, 3, 4.
One
Household
madam.
waste would be definitely
one.
the answer. Okay. And
Third one. Waste
Waste-
from the
waste from
streets.
streets.
waste from streets. Okay. Now this again, I have in all the options. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Narrate it down more. Sanitation residue. Municipal solid waste में ही आएगा. Sanitation residue. Yes or no?
Yes.
Every day, the basic usage, whatever you are doing, it will definitely come in municipal solid waste, right? Which you are using for your daily needs, basic necessity, right? You're going to washroom and all that will be sanitation residue, right? My first option is correct. My second option is correct. My third one is correct. So first, second, third. Let me see the fourth one. Construction and demolition debris. Yes or no? Municipal solid waste.
No.
No?
This also yes, ma'am.
Yes? No?
Yes, it is. It is, ma'am.
You just demolish one building and leave that debris for some time. The local municipality will reach out to you in no time. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Construction. Now here I'm talking about individual construction. There is no word written as industrial construction. It can be a simple home which has been demolished. I'm renovating my kitchen. I've demolished all this debris and I've thrown out of the house. Next day, the municipality will ask me to clear it out or they will clear it out. Yes. So here, all the four options are right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Shall we move ahead? Yes. Okay, one question has been asked from Fly Ash. We have not discussed this particular topic, right? But I'll request just understand the basic concept of it. Fly ash produced in thermal power plants is an eco-friendly resource for use in agriculture as micronutrient, wasteland development, dam and water holding structures, brick industry. I repeat, read the question twice. Fly ash produced in thermal power plants is an eco-friendly resource for use in which industry?
Ma'am, the PPT has not yet appeared. Of which one now it appeared?
Okay. No problem. Fly ash. Anyone would like to give it a try? Fly ash. Have you heard this term before, fly ash?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. It's a kind of a fine powder kind of a substance which is seen from
ब्रिक्स इंडस्ट्री में यूज होता है मैम ये.
industries में use होता है. Very good. Can we use in agriculture, wasteland, dam, water holding structure, and brick industry? Which one will be the right answer?
Second option.
Second option, B, C, D. Wasteland, dam, water holding structure, and brick industry. Okay.
Think for all of the above.
All of the above. Okay. Fourth option, all of the above. Okay. The answer here is all of the above. It can be used in all this: agriculture, micronutrient, wasteland. Okay, I'll try to cover this portion tomorrow. Fly ash, right? Just remind me. I'll try to cover this portion also. Okay. Next is, which of the following type of natural disaster have no definite beginning and end? Disaster we will be doing tomorrow, but it's a generic question. Give it a try. Which of the following types of natural disasters have no definite beginning and end? Earthquake, landslide, hurricane, and drought. Give it a try. Which one? Drought. Okay. Ma'am, reason, what do you think would be the reason for it if you want to give it a try?
I think that can happen anytime until we all are alive, like after some years.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know when the next drought is going to come or going to happen. That's why.
Okay, great. And how we can say earthquake? Now, earthquake, whenever you would have in a very basic also, you would have heard in news, Delhi NCR has experienced an earthquake, or there's an earthquake in it. It may happen for a period of time. It can be 2 seconds, 10 seconds, or in minutes also. We would be trying to understand earthquake in tomorrow's session. So it can be for a definite period of time, right? But when you similarly talk upon landslides also, when you're talking about hurricanes, there's a small period of time it will happen and occur. But for drought in Hindi we can say sukha, right? So for drought it is no specific period. Now again, drought can be for months together. There are various regions of Rajasthan and areas like that. There may be pertain for few years also, that drought situation together for few months also, it is there. Okay, next question. Indoor air pollution is a serious health hazard. Indoor air pollution is a serious health hazard. Reason given is the dispersal of air pollution is rather limited in indoor environment. My assertion is indoor air pollution is a serious health hazard, and reason is the dispersal of air pollutants is rather limited in indoor environment. Tell me what will be the answer for it.
Option 1.
Okay. Others, just give it a try. Option 1. One I got is answer 1. Any other? What do you mean by assertion in general? Assertion का क्या मतलब होता है?
Danger.
Statement.
Okay. Something which you believe is maybe true, right? Indoor air pollution is a serious health hazard, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Reason here is the dispersal of air pollutants is rather limited in indoor environment. Can that be a reason?
No.
Yeah.
Tell me, can that be a reason?
No,
Yeah,
ma'am. No,
because
ma'am.
the way we will inhale it more than what we are getting in outdoor. Like it is have limited spreading
Mm,
space.
okay. Fair enough. Now, again, say for example, particular gas has been released, harmful gas has been released in indoor environment. And if we are talking upon, it may have limited indoor environment, but again, it may be hazardous also, right? So here, the option would be A, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Okay, next question. Which of the following is considered as major source of pollution in rivers of India? I repeat, which of the following is considered as major source of pollution in rivers of India? Unregulated small scale industry, untreated sewage, agricultural runoff, and thermal power plants. I repeat, major source of pollution in rivers.
Option 1.
Unregulated small scale industry. Okay. Anyone else? Any other answer?
Untreated sewage, madam. Second.
Untreated sewage. Okay. Any other option which you would like to say? It's okay. It's fine. Just give it a try. No worries. Just give it a try.
Thermal power plant, fourth one.
Thermal power plant. Okay. Any other? Agricultural runoff. Anyone would like to opt?
I think is second.
Untreated sewage. Why, ma'am? Why do you say that? It's the right answer.
Yeah, because with the growing population, I believe this is the only contributing factor if they're not treating it well.
Yes, the number of population, and just now we just saw that municipal solid waste. So the number of untreated sewage is maximum here in India, right? Agricultural runoff is somewhere when we are talking about maybe biodegradable and may not be that much harmful. Maybe fertilizer and other thing can be harmful, but not but untreated sewage is really alarming. Okay. Next in our screen, we have two questions. We'll first attempt the first one. Which of the following pollutants affect the respiratory tract in humans? We just now discussed in air pollution. Carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, sulfur dioxide, aerosols.
Sulfur dioxide, madam.
Sulfur dioxide.
Carbon monoxide.
Okay. And the next question, which of the following pollutants is not emitted from the transport sector? Oxide of nitrogen, chlorofluorocarbons, carbon monoxide, polyaromatic hydrocarbons. If you just remember that table which I just saw shown during that air pollution one, there both of the questions were discussed.
Second one, I think polyaromatic hydrocarbons, madam.
Okay. Others?
Chlorofluorocarbons.
Chlorofluorocarbons, which area did we study? Where it can be found more?
Refrigerator.
Yes, and ACs, right? So here in second one, chlorofluorocarbons would be the answer, which is transport sector se nahi aa raha hai. Yahan par we are focusing on AC and refrigerator se chlorofluorocarbons aa raha hai. And sir was right. Here, when we are talking about respiratory, sulfur dioxide is one of the major pollutant affecting our respiratory organs. Aromatic hydrocarbons. This is being used in medicines or whichever the kind of dyes which we use, right? Dyes and plastics and pesticide. In that, this particular pollutants is being saw. Okay, next. The smog in cities in India mainly consist of oxides of sulfur or oxides of nitrogen and unburned hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide and SPM, oxides of sulfur and ozone. We have just discussed smog. Two things which I asked you to remember whenever we are talking about smog.
Your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Option B, perfect. Others, can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see.
Yes.
Ma'am, it may take little lag with the speed of internet. It may take time. I hope you are able to see now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so smog may always remember these two, oxides of nitrogen and unburned hydrocarbons, right? Okay. Next up we have is, in the recently launched air quality index in India, which of the following pollutants is not included? Carbon monoxide, fine particulate matter, ozone, chlorofluorocarbons. Air quality index in India. Just give it a try. Carbon monoxide we saw in all these transportation, it is already there, so it will be there. Okay. Yes, sorry, so you were giving the answer.
Option B, madam. Fine particular matters.
Fine particular matter. Okay. Others?
Yes, option B.
B. Anyone else? Any other answer?
I think ozone.
Okay. The option here is chlorofluorocarbons. Okay. Next up we have is the primary source of organic pollution in fresh water bodies is runoff urban areas, runoff from agricultural farm, sewage, effluents, and industrial effluents. Primary source of organic pollution in fresh water bodies. Just now we discussed few questions back.
Option C.
Option C.
C. Okay. Anyone else? Any other option? Option C. Sewage effluents. Correct. In a human population which is undergoing the demographic transition in sustainability, I just mentioned this term, demographic transition, which of the following generally decreases first? Life expectancy, level of education, death rate, and birth rate. Decreases. What does decrease means?
Life expectancy, madam.
Reduce.
Life expectancy. What does decrease mean in a general sense? Decrease का क्या मतलब होता है? What does decrease means?
Coming down from the
Reduces.
below.
Reduces, right? कम हो रहा है,
Yes.
reduces. Life expectancy increase होगी, decrease होगी. Will it increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Think of the option. What will be the right option?
Death rate, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am.
Death rate.
Death rate. Okay. Others? Any other answer? Any other answer except death rate?
Life expectancy. First one.
First
Okay.
one.
First one, okay.
Attendees.
A and C. Reread the question once again, everyone.
Ma'am, D.
Birth rate? Okay.
Mine, ఇంకా 1 hour ఉంది.
Sorry. Anyone else with any different answer? In a human population which is undergoing a demographic transition, here we are talking about sustainability also, which is the following decreases first. Decrease matlab reduce ho raha hai. Life
Birth rate.
expectancy, sorry ma'am,
Birth rate.
birth rate. Okay. Okay, let's see that. Decreases first, reducing. Life expectancy will increase or decrease?
Increase.
Increase?
Decrease.
Yes.
Decrease.
डिक्रीज नहीं सी आपके जो ग्रैंडफादर्स थे राइट एनी ऑफ योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स उनकी जितनी लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी थी आपके पेरेंट्स की जितनी होगी और जितनी अभी नेक्स्ट अपकमिंग जनरेशन के लिए दैट विल बी टोटली डिफरेंट राइट previously they may be alive till 70 or 80 now people are life expectancy has gone up to 80 90 and they are crossing 100 also say for example right life expectancy is increasing because of advancement in medicine right previously we were not having medicines for various kinds of diseases but now life expectancy level of education will increase yes day by day birth rate will also increase rapidly only thing which will decrease is death rate agar life expectancy बढ़ रही है if I'm having more of medical facility the death rate will reduce do you all agree
Yes, ma'am.
yes okay. So just I request others to please keep the mic on mute once you're answering that only please so that is the reason I'm saying here okay demographic transition is fine but here what you have to focus decrease अगर यहीं पर अगर मैं इनको increase कर देती तो my 3 of my answers would have been right so maybe I would have opted for A B and D option like that got my point everyone so please read each and every word carefully and where the answer can be it can be logically also here we have not read that but maybe your common sense and logical basic logical reasoning would let us to be till here okay let's quickly see this before we wind it up below are given a number of roles and functions of government non-government level indicating the specific responsibilities of ministry of drinking water and sanitation identify those statements which indicate the area of responsibility of this ministry select from the code of given answer. The first is overall policy planning in respect to programs of drinking water and sanitation. Second is funding in respect of the programs listed A, coordination of program, supply of food grains at reasonable price, achieving the goal of zero hunger, implementation of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in rural India, monitoring of prices and availability of essential commodities.
All
Reread
of
the
the above,
question.
ma'am.
All of the above. So that is not an option. Reread the question and narrow down the options. It's a long question. Give it some time.
It's 4, I think.
4. Perfect. 4 is one answer which I've got. Any other answer? Or if it is 4 only, let me know that you're standing for option number 4.
Option 4.
4.
4. Option 4.
Yes,
Second
ma'am.
is the answer. Second.
Second, you're standing with second, fine. Others?
Option 3, ma'am.
Okay, 3. We have 2, 3, and 4. Any other option which you'd like to apply for? Opt for, sorry. Okay, let's reread the question once again. Below are given a number of roles and functions of government, non-government level indicating specific responsibilities of Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. Identify those statements which indicate the area of responsibility of this ministry. Now here we have to be confined to drinking water and sanitation. Select from the code. First, overall policy and planning in respect to programs of drinking water and sanitation. My drinking water and sanitation word has come. So again, this is my right option. I'll check below 1, 2, 3, 4. All has A. I'll proceed further. Funding in respect to program listed in A. Okay, definitely if they are planning it, they have to provide the funding. Okay, my B is already there. So my option 3 is eliminated now. A, B, it's there in 1, 2, and 4. I'll come to 3, coordination. Now, the ministry which is making the program policy, they are doing the funding, and of course, they would be looking towards the coordination, right? Now, my option C has also come into picture. I am left with answer 2 and 4, right? A, B, C, A, B, C. Next is supply of food grains at reasonable price. Now, I will not go to the rest of it. What I'll check is G and F. वहां पर मुझे एक decision लेना. Either it is G or it is F. I'll check G, monitoring the price and availability of essential commodities. And F is implementation of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in rural area. Now,
F.
nowhere it is telling about essential commodity, nowhere it is talking about food grain. So, but obvious, I will eliminate G option and I'm left with F. So, A, B, C, F. My option 4th is right. Right? Now, if I now look into food grains, zero hunger, that is nowhere stated in Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. I hope you all are able to get the answer. Yes?
Yes.
So please try to eliminate it to make it much more faster. I'm not focusing on food grain. I'm not focusing. Okay, I have 3 options. I'm very damn sure ye sahi hi hai. So I'm focusing on that. Then I'm just comparing 2 more together and I'm landing up to my final answer. Okay, with this, we will conclude today's session. We will meet tomorrow at sharp 6 o'clock and we'll try to cover up maximum portions for tomorrow and see more MCQs, which would be, I feel, helpful for you. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am.